What's up, guys? It's Zaixori, and today I will be playing a Mortician's Tale. It's not the scary Mortician game, it's also still about being a Mortician, but it's gonna be a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun. So it's September the 14th. We're 2 days early. If you hear me being quiet for so long, it's because I'm still not feeling well, so I just mute myself when I'm coughing, just to not irritate you guys with the sound of me struggling to speak. So for now, you can just kind of read this very long email that I'm not gonna read out because I don't think my throat can handle that. For a funeral's monthly newsletter. She's a museum curator of the London Pathology Museum. So Amy Rose is my boss and my mom. So yep, I have a cremation station, a cremulator station, embalming station, and clearly my desk and computer area. So Matthew J is a funeral director and he delivers bodies to me. And he has a joke about a hearse driver. Okay. So this is the email subscription service that Jen subscribed me to. So this month is all about good etiquette for attending a funeral. So um don't be a jerk. Don't be on your cell phone. We understand that you're busy, but this is a time and place to disengage. If you have to be on your cell phone, don't do so inside the funeral home. Do not be loud and obnoxious. You can share happy stories, but other people are also grieving and working through their own healing process. Being quiet gives others space they may need. Don't get drunk. Everyone deal with their feelings in their own way. Just remember to be respectful with the grieving family and friends. Happily reminisce. Sometimes remembering happy moments and positive experiences with the deceased can be a productive part of the healing process. Give condolences. It's not easy knowing what to say to someone, but even with a simple "I'm thinking of you" can go a long way. Dress appropriately. What this looks like will change based on the customs of the deceased and their culture, but always dress in a way that shows respect to the deceased and their grieving family. Gift a gift, give a gift, or sign the registration book. This can be flowers or a nice card, but it's the thought that counts here. Sometimes these can be even just cooking dinner for the grieving family. Anything that shows you care and want to help them through the healing process is what matters here. Be kind and be helpful. For today's task, hope you've settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. Closed casket funeral, no embalming or body prep is necessary. The family is a bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how family affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things easier if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Miss Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors. Get right to it. So I'm guessing this is Mrs. Garcia. Wow. This is a prep room where you'll prepare bodies for burials and viewings. Closed casket, so no embalming, you just need to clean the body. Clip on the sponge and drag it over the body to clean it. Sponging down, that's it. Okay. It's time to go to Mrs. Garcia funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it's also important to pay respect. Alright. I know it's called a funeral home, but this is more like a funeral room because it's really small. She would have hated these paintings, she was so particular. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes. Mom, I'm hungry. When can we go? I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. Just pour it down the drain. That's what they do with leftover formaldehyde. Interesting. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. That's kind of true. Alright. Time to pay respect. October 11th, 10:09 a.m. Do I not get that many bodies or what? Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the side lacer's liver specimen. Alright, I'm not gonna read out the whole thing. I don't think my throat can do it. So you can just read it, and if there's not enough time, feel free to pause if you're watching this on YouTube to read the whole thing. Roman Catholic funerals tend to lean to the more formal black attire rule. And this goes back to the days of the Roman Empire where people would wear black as a symbol of mourning. Islam and in Chinese, white is a typical color for funerals. For Islam, it is less about the color and more about how modestly you are dressed. So for Sikh, color of the clothing isn't important, but just dressing modestly and being able to appropriately sit cross-legged. Generally, I am of this opinion, which is to just ask the right person, of course. Like, I mean, if the person whose family member has passed away, they're probably grieving quite badly, so it's not entirely best to bother them with such questions because they're probably busy with the funeral management and stuff like that. So perhaps ask another friend if it's possible to find out more about what is appropriate. So here's our next job, which is Mr. Duval, an elderly man who died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. His daughter is Lizzie Duval, and she will be handling his passing. Please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. Oh, I'm already dressed up in the proper gear. That's useful. So traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Honestly, I don't see a reason why we should be preserving the body. Just let it decompose. I don't know. So let's just click and drag to clean the body. Alright, that's done. Shave the body. What if I accidentally shave off his eyebrow? I don't think that's possible, but you know. Yep, it's not possible. So in order to break rigor mortis, you have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. It's so weird that you're massaging a dead body if you think about it. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each eye socket to give it shape. So that's the reason why you shut it. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. Ugh. Wouldn't the suturing of the mouth be visible? And that's quite grotesque. I don't know. Moisturize the body to prevent the skin from drying out. And last but not least is to remove the blood. Click onto the cannula and drag it into the carotid artery. Sorry, what? Oh, that's done. Now you need to connect the embalming machine to the cannula. Grab some additional tubing and drag it to the cannula. Is it not this? Oh. There we go. In order to evenly distribute, you have to massage them through the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. So, majority of the time, we are massaging the body. And now we suture him up. So a trocar. So that's what an open casket funeral looks like. Strange not seeing most people wear white. Are you either Hindu or Chinese? No matter what, definitely not red. I think red is Chinese wedding rituals. This child here is just playing with his phone in the corner. December the 2nd. So we've gone through months really fast. I don't know if there's just not that much deceased people or they're just focusing on certain cases. So let's just read everything else first before the task. Thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Charlie, I was doing some reading, but hear me out. There's a dating site for people specifically working in the death industry. Sorry about that. So Mrs. Hall's family has brought clean clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It is important to remove those before the cremation process to not damage them. So let's just remove her necklace, put it on the tray. We need to be able to identify her remains after she's been cremated. So click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. So cremation means I don't have to prepare it at all. Interesting. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash so much as bone fragments. So using the cremulator, we'll break down these bone fragments into ash-like remains. So we place the urn into the cremulator, so I'm guessing it's here, and then put the bones, drop them into the top. Mhm. Into, click on the necklace and drag it into the urn. Do I just put like that? Okay. And then lead it up. She liked that we are all here together talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but crab cakes are perfect. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She wanted us to be smiling. She said so. Well, kind of weird if we played happy music. Alright, let's just pay our respects. February 14, it's Valentine's Day. So we're no longer a private family run business, but we have been bought over. But hopefully, I mean, we're still functioning. So Ryan Garcia was the son at the first wedding, funeral. So apparently he's feeling quite sad. So we would connect him with a grief counselor. So did she do it or is she expecting me to do it? Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. follow the environment, do your part to reduce pollution. Alright, so here is the last, well, it's not the last, it's the next case. He has a pacemaker and it would need to be removed. So the reason why it has to be removed is because when it's cremated it can explode. So click and drag the scalpel to make an incision. So click on the forceps to basically grab it out. Put the forceps away and then place the identification tag in. I realized that my VTuber model is definitely lagging a bit. I'm not sure it's because of the game or if it's something else. I hope that it's not this bad in the stream itself, but from what I can see, it's really bad. I have no idea whether you can even hear me clearly. Why is it so bad? I don't have any programs running right now. Oh well. I might have to stop this soon because of how bad it is. They seem so unbothered. Was he not a well-liked man? honestly looks so bad. Like the leg is so bad. Like sometimes it's not so bad, sometimes it's really bad. Like right now it looks fine. Mushroom suit. Sorry, what? Oh, biomix, so it helps to decompose bodies. So that's kind of cool. Absolutely true. Do not really go with religious statements because not everyone agrees with your religious views. It's actually quite rude. But yeah, um, I think when you say this statement in particular, the issue is that you tend to push the onus of them asking for help, but actions are better than passive statement, definitely. So if you need something, I mean, you could just go with like what you think they need help with and just go ahead with that. Do not really like ask them to reach out because not everyone's comfortable with reaching out for help. And this is debatable because some people will say, yeah, you just want to show empathy by showing that you know how they feel, but this makes it about yourself and not about the person themselves. So just say I'm sorry if you don't know what else to say. So here's where we have to make a decision. Do we follow the will, which is a cremation, or the family's decision of a traditional burial? It is unfortunate, but we have to do as family. Oh, so we do not have a choice. Yes, this is actually a very sensitive topic. So, well, I am comfortable with this. But if you're not, as the viewer, feel free to take a short break and come back in a moment while this is done. So, open casket funeral. Well, that's alright. Ultimately, it is their decision, so. So, break rigor mortis. Insert eye caps. Glue the eyes shut. Put cotton balls in the mouth. Sew the jaw close. Moisturize the body. Make an incision. Put some tubing. Attach the cannula to the tubing. Connect the embalming machine. And then turn it on. Like the embalming is just me massaging and massaging and massaging. Oops. Next is the choka. All done. Might go take care of the makeup. I still can't believe he did it. I feel like I should have known, no matter what you think, oftentimes it's not that obvious. Yes, so there's no way to actually know. I wish we were closer, my baby brother. That's true. Normally in these kind of circumstances, the it's gonna be more private, so it might actually be closed casket. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises. They will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprise, there will be a number of changes that come to Rose and Daughters. We have sent out a memo and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Big corporations just have that lack of human touch kind of feeling, which is kind of sad, especially for a funeral home, but it happens. You're invited to attend a death cafe. Upside down jar. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so family will often appoint a shomer to remain with the body. And preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. In the odds in South Korea, this amount of graveyard space begin to shrink drastically. So it requires families to remove a loved one's bodies from his burial place after 60 years. You can actually have them compressed into death beads because of land constraints. Fama di Hana, Malagasy people of Madagascar. So they're returned to an ancestral crypt. The bodies are exhumed and wrapped in cloth. Celebration, remembrance, that's quite nice. Alright. Wow, this is the CEO. Alright. Cremated. It was a bike accident. Cremation is so easy and fast. Just take out the jewelry and in they go. It is quick and easy. It's easy in game, but it's definitely not easy IRL. She was always so careful, wore a helmet and signal to use the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. That's quite sad, but right, so just give me a moment. I'll be right back. I need more water. Alright, I am back with a bit more water. Okay, so you required uniform and strict dress codes. No tattoos are to be visible. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell and get a higher quality package. That is so rude. We're talking about someone's passing. They provide frozen food. That's ridiculous. That's not high quality. Hungry and angry. I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we can and will perform green burials. They are not cost effective. That's ridiculous. To be around your loved one and to see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. I have no idea how comfortable most people would be to see their loved ones decay, but to each their own. We have a contract to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. No special preparations are required except for cremation. Alright. So yes, state-owned bodies or unclaimed bodies do actually still go through funeral processions. They just may not have any attendees or it'll just be a very close private affair. Earn bones. Bones. Woo. Alright. So yep, like I mentioned, pretty much no one might attend this kind of private or state-owned or unclaimed bodies funeral because they're I mean, if they were already aware, they would have claimed the body. Oftentimes, these are actually, they would be like published in a like mortuary in a newspaper, like the obituaries, or they would be published online on a government website to, and they will try their best to reach out to a family members to claim the body. So we have signed a contract with the hospital which allows us access to all of the cadavers that come through the pediatric and maternity wards. I find that so difficult to work with because those are children. Wow, okay. Dating a special effects makeup artist. I think that's really nice that working with death for her made things a lot more enjoyable. Like you appreciate life a little bit more. What is my last email? Water cremation, alkaline hydrolysis. You are not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. Oh gosh, that's quite rude. Okay, let's see. Home funeral and keep the wife at the home until she's ready to be buried. Okay, that's a very unempathic email. That's okay, whatever. I would quit and start my own. But then again, this is supposed to be a family run business. Open casket funeral. So let's just start by cleaning the body. She died of a heart attack. So break up the rigor mortis. Insert the eye caps. Glue each eye shut. Cotton balls in the mouth. And sew it up. Moisturize. tubing and turn it on. Next, we massage the body. And suture up before taking the trocar to drain. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. It's definitely very rushed because they were forced into making a decision. I feel like part of the grieving process is actually doing what feels best for you. I don't like this at all. It makes me feel very unhappy with the fact that the corporation decided to take things into their own hand. Oh, HQ. Have I been promoted or what? He was a hearse driver and now he's a bus driver. Yeah, corpses are at least inanimate. New business, so I started my own new business. That's nice. As I was saying that I would have quit and created my own new business because I don't like corporations. Today's the day already. I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Eileen Hansen. This hurts. I thought it would be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Magnolia Forest. So it was created by Gabby Da Rienzo. Andrew, all those people. And special thanks to all of these people. So that was actually a really nice game. It was really casual and relaxing. I actually really enjoyed it. It made me think a lot about what I would want for myself, as well as how I would feel about the people around me and funerals in the future. Um, I definitely think that having something that's very personal is definitely much better than having something that's corporation run. They only care about your money. They don't actually care about your feelings. And definitely, funerals are a very sensitive, intimate time. This game is very simple. It's definitely focused more on the story than the actual gameplay. And I have to say that the story is really nice. There are some sensitive moments, like, of course, there's some not as complicated deaths, like old age or heart attack, but there are also some unexpected um, deaths, such as accidents or suicide. And while those are very heavy topics, they definitely do happen in real life. And I think that's something that is good for them to touch on, because if you are truly a mortician, you would definitely experience handling this kind of deceased people. So overall, it had me thinking quite a lot, and I think I'm going to spend the rest of this day thinking about this game and death. And yeah, I do recommend checking out this game. I do actually find the art really nice, the game really simple, but the story is very meaningful. I really enjoyed this game. So yeah, do check it out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do subscribe to my channel and like this video. Give me more suggestions of games you would like me to try. And do join me on stream. At least then we could chat more. And if you're watching this on stream, thank you so much for joining me today. I know there was quite a lot of technical difficulties. I noticed that it was lagging quite a bit. I am not sure why. I didn't really have any programs opened, but nonetheless, it was lagging quite badly. But thank you so much for putting up with it. I would work on that. Hopefully, it doesn't have a repeat of this problem. But yeah. So once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in my next video or next stream. Bye bye!